A 2-week-long vacation might be pushed instead of a 2-month-long one, as the Department of Education expresses intentions to lengthen the school year in an attempt to give ample time for students to comply with their academic requirements. Education Secretary Leonor Briones said that since the transition to distance learning took almost 6 months, the education sector has a lot of catching up to do, which led to the possible lengthening of the school year. This plan has earned massive backlash, with Alliance of Concerned Teachers saying that the education sector must focus instead on easing the burden of students and teachers, as longer school year may result into burnout. Two months after dangling the visiting forces agreement in exchange for COVID-19 vaccines, President Rodrigo Duterte on Friday said the United States would have to pay certain toll if it wanted to keep the precarious agreement to continue.
You want the visiting forces agreement done, you have to pay.
Vice President Lenny Robredo and Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson, however, criticized the president's demand for money from the U.S., saying this is extortion and may give the impression that the Philippines is a nation of extortionists. Duterte fired back and claimed that Robredo forgets her law background every time she opens her mouth. He further reiterated that under the Constitution, foreign relations and foreign policy is vested in the president alone.
When she forgets that she's a lawyer, and being a lawyer, she should know that the Constitution says that that is my function. It is not their function.
He also said he wasn't sure if Lacson's statement was pretended ignorance. Amid the threat of the original and UK COVID-19 variants, Philippine Genome Center or PCG has detected 2 variants of concern in Cebu, which experts believe to be homegrown.
Out of 50, there were 37 samples, an equivalent of 78%, that had 2 mutations of concern. These are the mutations E484K and N501Y.
According to PCG, it was reported that 29 out of 50 samples from Cebu City even had co-occurrence of the 2 variants in their body. On the other hand, Cebu City continues to experience a constant 3-digit number of positive cases while being under Modified General Community Quarantine or MGCQ, the most relaxed community quarantine protocol in the country. Meanwhile, PCG is yet to determine whether these 2 variants are more transmissible than the UK variant and whether they have been the cause of the surge in COVID-19 cases in Cebu. As the Taal volcano continues to show signs of activity, the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council has advised the local government units to brace for the worst. According to the Philippine Institute on Volcanology and Seismology or PHIVOLCS, 91 volcanic earthquakes lasting up to 5 minutes were recorded based on their latest 24-hour bulletin. PHIVOLCS Director Renato Solidum said the probability of a phreatic eruption similar to what happened on January 13 last year is increasing, but is limited to Volcano Island. Talisay Municipal Disaster Office said that all residents were already brought to barangays Tumaway and Aya in the town after the forced evacuation. Alert Level 1 is still raised in Taal Volcano along with Mayon Volcano in Albay and Canlaon Volcano in Negros Island. Meanwhile, Filipino boxer Yumir Marshall is eyeing for the gold medal in Tokyo Olympics this upcoming July. Missing his brother's funeral and fiance's birthday, the 25-year-old boxer is fully driven to win first in his Olympics debut as he has been training in United States since October last year under coach Freddie Roach. Marshall will be joining Carlos Yulo, Paul Obiena and co-boxer Irish Magno for their Olympic-bound journey this July 23 up to August 8 in Tokyo, Japan. Until next week,
This has been Explained Express, delivering you the most pressing issues straight to your fingertips.